Okay, good morning for all who is joined. Today we will be talking about that CyberOps, cyber operations 200-201. That is a new exam which has been come up with the Cisco has come up with that new exams. Already it was there like called the Cisco CCNA security and the CCNP security, and the CCIE security was also there. That is a ladder which we go up. We'll start with the CCNA, then we'll go to CCNP, then we'll be entering into that CCIE, that is what is that? Internet working expert level. So what is new in CyberOps? There was two exams like security fundamentals and security operations, something like that. It was earlier. There are some exam numbers were there for that. What they did, they removed those exams and they made it like the new exam called cyber operations. That is called CyberOps. CBROPS. That's a name they just call it up. Whatever it may be, this new exam is it's a different from the CCNA which normally which we do. That is an R&S routing switching exam. It is not like a routing switching exam or the combined one which now it has been released 200-301 exam. Not that one. This is a new one. It is available from the last 2-3 months only. And that recently only they released the book for this. I just got a copy of it. And so this new exam, which is going to be, conducted by Cisco for people who are clearing this exam, they will be having the 200-201 certification. They will be getting it like Cisco certified CCNA cyber ops. You will be getting it. Cyber operations. When you talk about cyber operations, it's again the same thing like what we normally talk about that. There is a ethical hacking which we talk about hackers, spammers, virus creators, like spammers and the people who are doing the honeypotting. Many other things are there, whichever we normally do on the platform of the attacking, attacking signatures and attacking the different systems all over the world through the internet, and we log into their systems and destructing the current normal operations or something like that. Or we just try to protect our company like from the intruders and unwanted intruders and the attackers from the all over the world. Same thing they are going to discuss it here also in CyberOps. Cyber operations, why they become with the new topics in the sense that earlier, whichever the Cisco was conducting that CCNA security or CCNP security and all like that, they were not considering much about the cyber operations. Cyber operations in the sense we are going to see many of the chapters which we will be, like seeing it in that. So those are all not at all covered in that earlier exams. They were very much thinking about the firewalling and like intrusion detection system, intrusion prevention systems. These are all the only thing which they will be creating some access list for that. Like very minimal kind of like email security and all. They used to provide like different solutions for that. Like that, there is a software we just need to purchase and we'll have to activate it with firewall like that. So these are like many things which are very different modules were there that need to get integrated to the firewall and will do. Those things which never been talking about like kind of spamming or ransomware attacks or SQL injections. We're going to see many things on this one. So those are all not at all discussed on those previous Cisco CCNA or CCNP topics on that. So they would like to overcome that. So that's why they just revamped all the exams, like whatever the exams previously were there. They just removed all the exams and they made it like now the new exams like CyberOps. CyberOps means cyber operations. The new exam number is 200-201. And this CyberOps will be valid for again 2 years, something like that. The certification is the 3 years, something like that. And accordingly, the chapters which we need to see that. And I gone through the Cisco material and they were talking about too much of a theory only because there is no much practicals I can see on this. And the labs in the sense which we need to do it again with the Kali Linux or a DVWA or some kind of a honeypot creations or like third-party operations which we third-party some of the softwares which we need to install it in Windows or Linux platforms. Then we'll try to attack our own systems and we try to get like knowledge of it. Like that only it is goes. Like when you talk about the normal CCNA in the sense it is routing switching means we will be having router configuration, switches configurations like that. The earlier exams of the security which talks about the ASA configurations, adaptive security appliance, which has got some many models of the Cisco. So those things which we were discussing on the Cisco security earlier, but now it is completely coming out with the new chapters on this, new topics on that. So which we need to understand that this is completely coming as a new one, and we whatever we are looking for that as a cyber security guys, whoever would like to work it as a cyber security persons in the sense, they can earn the Cisco certification now. Earlier, they have to clear that CCNA security and they need to go and prepare something else for the interviews and all, and for the operations and all, some other things need to be learned. So many things has been combined and we need to learn on. Means even after clearing the security certifications also, we need to prepare something more from our side. Like so, those things are getting resolved nowadays. So we can go with just this CCNA cyber operations certifications. In that cyber operation certifications, we'll be getting all the topics which are very much currently required for a person to know. Whoever try to become a like offensive security or defensive security, whatever you call. So the persons need to be in this one. So I can still say that the CH is the top of the ladder always, certified ethical hacker, because that is talking about the more open things, and they try to make it up the same thing like here also. Like many of the CH chapters I see here, because attacking is quite common, because a attacker is not belong to one community or something, and attacker is not belong to just one operating system or something like that, or he may be looking for any proprietary operating system or something. No, nowhere. They are doing it for like kind of variety of things and variety of systems they try to do, and they try to attack many applications as well. Databases they attack, cloud they will attack, you know, and the operating systems they will attack, ATM machines they are attacking. So it is kind of a universal thing. So when it's coming as a universal thing in the sense, universally you just need to be ready for to face the attacks for your company, to secure your network, to secure your company network, or even to secure your own laptop. Whenever, because without getting into the internet, like we cannot able to get any informations all over the world. Like so, again in this pandemic period, we just need to be on the internet to get all the access, and we are all conducting the meetings over the Zoom and other like online collaboration accesses only. So now this CyberOps certification is an optimum timing that we should be considering to going for. Like we just need to learn a lot of things, but it's not easy to clear this exam or something, because so many chapters has been discussed so much heavily, and they gone in very much in depth, and they try to get all the reports and other things. So and in this kind of a demo, I'm going to discuss about all the chapters whichever we are going to see it on a CyberOps, and a little bit of SOC operations, means a security operating center. Like I used to work on a NOC. NOC means a network operating centers. The network operating centers, in the sense, we will maintain a large network, like 6,000 devices, 7,000 devices, and that is including the routers, switches, firewalls, load balancers, servers, like applications, databases, and everything. So like now this has become, like there's some one more thing which we need to learn. That is nothing but a cyber security. Cybersecurity is actually, the name is new, but the content which was there, the concept which was there, which has been already been there. But many new kind of variants which are coming up, viruses are which are coming up. So we just need to be get ready for to know that, because daily there is a report which is coming up. I'll try to show you that, and they taken some statistics of that how many virus come created per minute or something like that. It comes like that. I'm talking about a computer virus, not the human virus or something. So computer viruses which are created, computer, like ransom attacks is happening, ransomware attacks. So like every minute the people are creating many things, and they try to spread it across. It is not only the per company people are doing it, the people are doing it from anywhere. Mostly like Russians and South Koreans, and mostly like Germans, which they create in viruses and all. Like now, it is not that country based. That the virus has been created, and the ransomware attacks and other many other SQL injection attacks which are happening from any part of the world, which we did not even know that from where the packets are coming in. So we just need to be equipped with to handle all these attacks, to understand where is the attack is happening. So without informing the like administrator, without knowing to the knowledge of that administrator itself, the assets are stolen from the backend. So we just need to understand that it doesn't provide any proper logs also. That is also a bigger issue. So these are all the normal day-to-day daily operations the SOC people will be doing, security operating center people will be doing that. So we will see something on SOC operations also in this demo. So this demo, as I said that the CyberOps doesn't give any clear-cut idea of like what practicals which we are going to do. No, There is no lab such as has been given on the CyberOps. They talk about so much of a theory, theoretically, to understand the concepts of the security attacks and like protecting and creating the reports and logging in and creating the reports and creating the security, like a SOC tickets and all, and handling the SOC tickets and how to solve those all these problems like that. But when we know that how to attack, in the sense we can try to protect, like that the person has to play in a dual role. Either he should be an attacker as well as he should be a protector also. Then only he will be coming to know that how the attacks are happening and what kind of a damage is going to happen it, and what all the damages are going to cost us, how much cost is going to create for that, and how do you protect that, what are the equipments which we require for that, and what are the entry points of this particular attacks, cyber attacks which are happening on this, how to seal those loopholes. Those are all we just need to understand. So yeah, Kiran, yes.
Hi, sir. So when you are saying that the attacks are happening,
Hmm.
but when in any servers like Windows server, Linux server, or any other servers,
Hmm.
when the attacks are happening, usually the companies will take the logs of failed packets, right?
Yeah.
So when the attack is success, is there any way that they can detect the attack is happening, or the attack has already happened? What are the data loss that has been driven?
Yeah, that's correct. So your question is very correct. But actually, when the attack is happening, in the sense, there are many viruses which will never be revealing themselves that we are attacking somebody level. At the time of attack, also the people doesn't understand that what is actually happening. Later point of a time, maybe like after 2 days or 3 days or something like that, some of the data is getting missed, in the sense people will go unwatched out. That's how it has been nowadays. It is happening like they even hiding their own identity when it is getting attacked, and the logs which are not properly produced by the servers or any network devices, when it is getting attacked or something, they may be seeing some little bit of interruption here and there that normally comes up in any network. So people will be not much cautious about that. So later they come to know that some kind of an attack happened like that. So we will be able to get that logs. So getting the logs also, we just need to tune our systems in a proper way so that the attackers will not gain the knowledge about that how to hide the logs also. That is also nowadays it is happening in many networks. We've seen that. So hiding the logs and erasing the logs the time when it is getting attacked or something. So that we will be identifying that how the logs are getting not generated and where the loopholes were there. Like that, those things are attacks are nowadays is happening. They are attackers are very much intelligent nowadays. Then they are not giving any trace for us to identify that what went wrong, in which way they came in, and when they stopped their attack or something. So this is happening. We'll see that in the next coming slides. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So let me start this one. Let me make it as a bigger one. So okay. So this is an exam which is going to be conducted by the Cisco CyberOps 20201 is the exam number, and Security Operation Fundamentals version 1.0. The CyberOps exam tests a candidate's knowledge and skills related to the security concepts, security monitoring, host-based analysis, network intrusion analysis, and security policies and procedures. This course, understanding the cybersecurity operation fundamental, helps the candidate to prepare for this exam. What are the topics which we are going to discuss? That is, one is security concepts, security monitoring, host-based analysis, network intrusion analysis, security policies and procedures. Policies and procedures are very important. That is done through, like operation organization level. We just need to create our own policies, and there is a proper procedures are there. We just need to follow that. It's not only the person is equipped, the person is like he's a certified person, he can do all these things, but we need to make proper logging and other things. So that is the thing which is going to get discussed on this. This Cisco certified CyberOps associate prepares you for high energy, high stakes security operations center teams where you secure your digital assets. Digital assets, and there is a physical assets are there. Physical assets are converted as a digital assets nowadays because everything is a digital only. So we go through, we log into that and we hold a meeting. We will be keeping the logs and everything is in digital. So digital assets need to be properly certified, and they have to we need to prepare the certifications properly. It should be properly updated also. and that is a functionality, that is a primal responsibility for the person who is a security guy who has to do all this. And yeah, okay, this is CyberOps associate, which we will be getting certified like that. Security operations teams guard the business critical infrastructure and applications in real time. They protect digital assets, defend against the threats, and respond to the attacks. CyberOps is an exciting, high energy field with an urgent demand for the skilled workers. Definitely, it is an urgent demand because after this pandemic, the internet traffic has been raised into 300% more. Earlier, it was only like 100% something was there because the people were used to go to office and they will be working on, right? Now after the pandemic, the people are not moving at all. They are not going to the office. They are not. They try to sit in home and they try to do. See, volume of operations are increased, but the work is same only. Either they do it from in their home or they do it from the office or something. But the attack can come from anywhere because whenever the people are moving to their home and they started working on that, it has been advised that they should be working through the VPNs only, but many of them reject the VPNs because it is quite, like it is taking time to connect, or it giving some lot of, like it's not allowing us to go to any other sites or something. These are all the loopholes are very easily can be done by the identified by the attackers, and they can attack your company. So always you should be connecting through your company VPN, whatever it is provided, the software has been provided on that, because all your operating systems are, like hardened whenever it has been given to you. And today's scenario, it should be completely hardened because when you are sitting in a company, in the sense your desktop and laptops will be like properly updated with their own, like the patches and updates which are required for security operations are done properly. In our company, we have around 15 days of update period is there. We cannot avoid this. We cannot reject that. Whatever the meeting you are conducting, whatever the work you are doing, that operations will be completely done, forcefully done. But what the people now they are doing it, they are sitting in home, even though they taken the laptop from office to home. In the sense, the same laptop they are working in the office also. But they what they do, they try to when the system initiates the patches and updates and all. That time, if the people are not connected to the network, in the sense, it's a problem. Again, it will try. Whenever the person try to connect to the network, in the sense, it will try. They try to reject it. They try. Some other times the connectivity is not properly maintained because people are sitting in very remote places. There we will not be able to expect that the network performance is so high. So because when the patches is getting involved in when it is getting installed or something, we should be in a proper condition. The link should be proper so that it will not break anything on this, because otherwise the patch itself will create a lot of problems, because once it has been done in the half, in the sense, it will never protect your system at all. So the security operation peoples now they are facing a lot of challenges because of that. Many top people, L1, L1 people are has to come, L2, L3s, and top people who are sitting in home. And we've been calling those people like that. People, please keep it on the system because there is an update is going on nowadays. Like that. This timing we are trying to operate that. So this is becoming very harder. Like what I say, the team management is becoming much harder. That organizing the team into one location, it's very hard because when whatever it's there, we just need to call over the meeting only. We just need to open up a Zoom or like Microsoft Teams or something. People are not responding at all. They say my link is not good. I'm going out. I'm not free now. I'm having some other work. Some customer has called me. So many excuses the people are asking that. You know, that is creating the so much of a problem for a security people. There is a real challenge has come now only. Actually, if you are a security guy, you will be learning a lot on this time because it is like a burning time for all the people because 80% of the people who are workforce is from the home only they are working. So this is what they say, urgent demand for the skilled workers. That is what been I should like to underline this. The high energy field with an urgent demand for the skilled workers. Definitely it is required. And Cisco CyberOps Associate certification might be one for you because you want to specialize in cybersecurity, and you'll be working in high stakes environment, responding to the challenges in real time. You like games where you apply your analytical skills to stay ahead of your opponents. So like, okay, here are job titles that cyber certification can help, you know, prepare you for. SOC analyst, definitely it is there. And SOC analyst, you can take that. This is the first one. Then cybersecurity engineer. Then IT sec operations specialist. It may be like a difference from the company to company. But even though this is like a normal common names which are given for the person who are done the cybersecurity operations like that. So whatever it may be, it does actually speaking, security certification doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense in the sense to get a job or something like that, certificate is required. To produce it to your clients, security certificate is required. But actually, what is required in the sense, working knowledge is required for you to attack the operations, attack the working. You know, like to prevent your network in that. You just need to show your skills only whenever there is some attack is happening or something. That time your security certification may not work out. Your knowledge works out. So whatever you learn, don't learn it for the certificate. So learn it for your knowledges only. That's what I try to give it to all the students on this. Okay, the next one. What are the topics which we are going to discuss on the CBROps? Means the CyberOps Associate 200-201 new exam. Cybersecurity fundamentals. Introduction to cloud computing and cloud security. This is very much important chapter. I should say this. This is I should like to understand, underline this because of the cloud computing and cloud security. Now there are SaaS applications has come. SaaS means it is a software as a service because people are not buying the software nowadays. Say for example, I can just say previously we used to have all the Microsoft Office in our own laptop. It is installed. We will be creating all the docs and PPTs and other things. Nowadays it has gone to O365. O365 is nothing but it is given from the Microsoft Cloud. So even if you like to edit one small doc file in the sense, you just need to get into the cloud and editing all these things and keeping it over there. So that is become a cloud computing. Very simple thing I'm telling. Cloud computing we are doing a lot. We've been doing our AWS clouds, Azure cloud, Microsoft cloud, what is that, and Google cloud. So many clouds has come up. People are looking for a cloud only nowadays. Every other new projects which are coming up directly going to the cloud. We are creating all the platform on the cloud platform only. Cloud in the sense everyone need to connect to the cloud through the internet connections. Again, internet connection in the sense cyber security comes into the picture. So that's why cloud security is very important. So what we need to do for the cloud security, we just need to install some certain software or like a firewall or like intrusion detections, intrusion preventions. Everything need to be included in your entire virtual private cloud also. So the job has been doubled for the people who are having the people who are having the in the security operations or something, because this was like completely people doesn't know anything about this cloud security. What is cloud security? Now they are into the knowing about all these things and they start learning all these things. Because I can just say one example is O365 is an cloud platform, application platform. Other one is a Salesforce, we can say Salesforce, and every other operations which are happening on the Teams only. All the meetings are happening on Microsoft Teams only. It is happening. So these are all we just need to protect it properly, because all the people who are coming from the different part of the world and they are connecting and sitting in the one meeting in the sense, and the attackers will be start playing around their own tactics and other things. And so we just need to understand this cloud computing as well as the cloud security. Very important for the person who is, especially for the security person, should understand the cloud computing and cloud security. Every other firewall has come up with the cloud operation security nowadays. Fortinet has come up with that. Cisco ASA has come up with that, and Juniper SRX has come up with the modules. Like many other people are coming up nowadays. Like Fortinet, Palo Alto has got its own operations. So everybody has started doing their cloud operations, cloud security also. We can even install it as like virtual machines on the cloud itself to protect our entire private clouds inside the cloud security. So that we will be getting the introduction to cloud computing and cloud security on this. And access control models, types of attacks and vulnerabilities. What all the vulnerabilities are there? What are the attacks are there? We will see fundamentals of cryptography and the public key infrastructure. This is very important, very, very old, but we just need to understand what is the PKI infrastructure. And then the VPNs. VPNs at the time of firewalling itself, we started working on which VPNs, virtual private networks. This VPNs, and nowadays it's from the cloud to the VPN we are making it. Nowadays we are making for the cloud VPNs also. To connect to the AWS cloud, we'll create a VPN on this. Through the VPN connections, the people will be connecting to the cloud operations like this. So that is becoming more challenges for the people now. So how to create the VPN in AWS? That become almost the concept, very hard things to tune it up and all these things. We need to connect our VM via virtual machines or appliances need to connect to the AWS cloud or something. So that is also added responsibility for the security guys to understand that. An introduction to security operations management. This is very important. SOC. Fundamentals of security intrusion analysis, digital forensics, network infrastructure, device telemetry and analysis. Analysis and everything is coming up like the log analysis, something is goes. Endpoint telemetry and analysis, challenges in security operations center, art of data and event analysis, classifying intrusion events into categories, threat hunting. What is threat hunting? These are all we are going to see it as like a new. In this security certification, new security certification, we are going to learn all these chapters. But most of them are given as a theory. Maybe people will get boring on this one. Ah, man, oh, so much theory of it. But we just need to learn it. Then we understand the theoretical part of it, and you know how the attackers are planning for that, and what is their intention to attack, and which kind of a systems in your side. So what kind of a signatures they are trying to make it up, and what are the attacking plannings which they're making it, and what is the damage is going to done for our network in the sense. So these are all can come through proper knowledge when you gather it from this kind of you know knowledges only. But we will be seeing certain kind of an attack which can happen as like a fundamentals. We'll be seeing it as cyber security fundamentals on the next coming slides. Cybersecurity fundamentals. We'll see something on this security incident and event management. This is very hot now in the market. Person, if you know the CM, they say call it as a CM. CM means not a chief minister. This is called as SIEM is called CM. Okay. CM is called as security incident event management. That is called as a CM. So this CM is nothing but like an approach to identify the security management that gathers the data from multiple sources, such as syslog, device events, error logs, process the data, including correlation to the identity potential threats, and raises an alert or a ticket. And for further investigation, if the threat is deemed to be real, like this. This is like a complete your event management. It goes on. All the security events will be created. So we know that in the network devices, we used to create some kind of device logs and other things. We have some 7 type of logs that are from starting from the critical emergency, like and informational operational. Some like the logs are that 0 to 7 logs we are having. So like the same kind of a logs which we are having here also. So those logs will be reporting about that what kind of a threat has been made and what are the attacks which are happening on this and what incidents has happened. Once it is happened, it is called as an incident. Before that, it is called as a threat. So threat is there in the sense threat can be avoided, but incidents need to be get analyzed. Okay, when you find out the threat, it is easy for to like block it as not to become an incident or something. For that, you require more knowledge. For that, you just need to study everything here. Okay, and security orchestration and automatic automation response. So this is also a new thing which we need to learn. An approach that enables the SOC means security operating center teams to manage the tickets raised through CM, SIEM for threat response. SOAR enables automated workflows for responding to the threats like this. Again, automation has come into this place. So security operations are nowadays it's very demand. DevSecOps they call it as. DevOps is the DevOps means development and operations. Now DevSecOps they say development, security, operations. In that area, this DevSecOps, this SOAR will come into that. And we need to learn what is the threat intelligence. Evidence-based knowledge, including context, mechanisms, indicators, implications, action-oriented advice about existing and emerging hazard to the assets. That is called as a threat intelligence. We just need to learn something through, like it's gaining a knowledge over the threats. That is called as a intelligence. That can come through even evidence-based knowledge, including that includes context, mechanism, indicators, and implications like that. Threat hunting is nothing but proactively and iteratively searching through networks to detect, isolate the advanced threats. That is called as threat hunting. Okay, the threat is threat. If you identify the threat, it is no longer a threat. It become an opportunity for you to make that not to become an incident. So how to understand what is the threat hunting? Threat hunting is nothing but proactively doing it. We are not just waiting for the incident to happen. After happening, the lot of damage is done. Then you get the logs through the syslog. Then you go and analyze it and finding out that what went wrong. Instead of waiting for things to get done before that we finding out, that is called as a threat hunting. Proactively and iteratively searching through the networks to detect and isolate the advanced threats. So these are all can come through the knowledge only. We have some tools for that to understand the threat hunting and all. And attack surface, collection of all the possible paths a hacker or malware application might follow to compromise the protected data. Attack surface, possible path for a hacker. What are the paths the people may be coming in? So paths of a hacker or a malware application might follow to compromise the protected data that we can identify through the attack surface. Malware analysis. Nowadays, each and every Windows laptop is having these malware problems. So malware analysis process of determining the functionality, origin, and the potential impact of a given malware. This is a malware analysis. Malware, what it'll do, it'll install a small applications inside and it'll try to collect every other informations of your very secret informations like credentials, credit card, debit cards, all the banking details and everything. It'll collect all the informations, and whenever you are connecting to the internet, it'll send it to his master. So that is malware. And role-based access control. Access to data given to a person based on their job function or a role-based access control. RBAC, we normally call it as RBAC, role-based access control. Means we will be giving the role to when we maintaining the proper roles and responsibilities given to a person, and the proper rights and permissions has been given to a certain directory or files or to the devices login or something like that, we can eliminate around 40% of the problems when we restrict, when we implement the RBAC into the problems. When you started giving the small loopholes and all in that, that loopholes can be very easy for a person who is just now in a learning stage. He may, everybody's mind is like that, let us try something, let us try do some kind of an R&D, then we'll find out what is actually happening there. If the RBAC is not being given us in a proper way, then the person has got very much in the gaining in the control of the things which he doesn't need to touch it. So he will go and play around. There will cause the problems. Within the company itself, we'll have a lot of attacks on this. That's what I'm saying. The next, time-based access control, temporary access to the data given to the person need basis on the time period of time. Like, okay, this can be very much monitored properly and time-based only. Like from Friday morning 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock only the access is given to you. So whatever you would like to do that. After 9 o'clock the access will be revoked. Like that we can try that. Load-based access is nothing but like that, like a person when he joins a company, then he'll be part of the team, then he'll be having some certain rights and permissions. It goes on. But time-based access control in the sense, it might be like customers will be very much keen on like our systems are open to only this much timing because of many attacks are happening on this. Like that, we can go with that time-based access controls. Okay, and this is something about the cybersecurity versus information security. People are having confusion. What is information security and what is cybersecurity? They don't understand only. They're just thinking like, okay, it's a security only, right? It's going to be secure my own network. No, not that way. Many individuals confuse traditional information security with cybersecurity. In the past, information security programs and policies were designed to protect confidentiality, integrity, and availability. That is nothing but a CIA. Normally we say CAA. CAA is not American CAA. Okay, confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the data within the confines to an organization. Unfortunately, this is no longer sufficient. No longer sufficient. This is more important. I should make it out like it's a star. It's no longer sufficient. We are just protecting against these all three things. That's all. No. Organizations are rarely self-contained, and the price of interconnectivity is an increased level of exposure to attack. Every organization, regardless of size or geographic location, is a potential target. Cybersecurity is a process of protecting information by preventing, detecting, and responding to the attack. Every other operation which has been done, each and every action has got a prevention or when the action is being performed, we can try to respond to that attack, or we can just detect that attack and prevent it itself. It's like a threat hunting only. So this is the difference between the cybersecurity and information security. Cybersecurity talks about like only CIA. Sorry, information security talks about only the CIA. Cybersecurity can do the preventing, can do the detecting, can do the responding to the attacks. So we just need to understand this, and let us go to the next one. Cybersecurity programs recognize that organizations must be vigilant, resilient, and ready to protect and defend every ingress and egress connection as well as organizational data whenever, wherever it has been stored, transmitted, or processed. Because today's scenario, the data is not being stored in one place. Previously, all the companies will be used to store the data in a data center or something like that. They will try to protect it because it is in a one location. All over the world, the people will come and collect it from one location. Now it is completely distributed computing because each and every company has got its own branches, and the branches has got its own, like, they are connected to the cloud. And in the cloud, it's very much dispersed. When you go to the AWS, you'll find out that how many regions are there, how many data centers are there. So we try to keep the data in a dispersed format. So that is what, like, organizational data wherever it is stored, transmitted and processed. Maybe the person who is sitting in Bangalore will be accessing the data center which is in US East, like that, Virginia, somewhere like that. So cyber risk management and oversight, threat intelligence and information sharing, threat hunting, proactively looking for a potential compromises and threat in your organization that have not been detected by your security product or technologies, third party organization, software and hardware dependency management, incident response and resiliency. These are all the cybersecurity programs which we try to make it out. Risk management and oversight, threat intelligence and information sharing, threat hunting, third party organization software hardware, incident response and resiliency. These are all the main points when we talk about the cybersecurity programs. So whenever you go to a company, like when you're joining the company, there will be a new employee orientation, something must be there. That time they will be giving you all security things and all. People used to, avoid this kind of a lecture and all that because it is a very boring. Boring in the sense what? That is actually the one which is protecting your company and your assets and your job and your money, whichever you are making on this. Unless and until the kind of data which we are storing for in some place, if it has not been protected, and if it has been overwhelming, like, it can be open to all the people, in the sense there is no job involved for you, like you will not be able to get any job over there. So you should be able to connect all these things, connect to that, and you should be understanding and attending all the seminars which already been conducted in your company. Maybe like it is a boring only, but the people who are working in a security, they should be attending it properly, and they should be equipping with their own knowledge to have more about the cyber security on this. Next one. What is a threat? Okay, there are some kind of, like I just made it now because it is coming as like security, cyber security items. We can just see the acronyms. We can see what is a threat. Threat is a potential danger to an asset. If a vulnerability exists but has not been yet exploited, or more importantly, it is not yet publicly known, the threat is latent and not yet realized. It is a potential danger to an asset. If a vulnerability exists but has not yet been exploited, or more importantly, it is not yet publicly known, that is called as a threat. What is a vulnerability? What is a vulnerability? Vulnerability is a weakness in the system design, implementation, software, or code lack of mechanism. Vulnerabilities can be found in each of the following: applications, operating systems, hardware, misconfiguration, shrink wrap software, something like that. So applications should be properly hardened with their own kind of hardening mechanisms, which we need to understand that. Operating systems has got so many loopholes, so operating systems need to be properly patched and updated in a scheduled manner, like that, maybe like weekly or bi-weekly or monthly. It has to go with it. Hardware problems, in the sense we just need to replace the hardwares. And misconfigurations, this is happening through the all the change management people, whoever is not properly configuring the things, which may be giving a lot of loopholes for the people to come into that. So that is also a vulnerability. Shrink wrap software, there is another software like kind of a things which we can talk about. So threat is like, it is nothing but a threat which is going to cause a problem, damage for us. Vulnerability can come from any part of this topics which we discussed. What is an exploit? Now we can talk about exploit. The exploit refers to piece of software, a tool, a technique, or a process that take advantage of vulnerability that lead to access. That is an exploit. I am exploited. We can just say that exploited in the sense you've been like, your all information has been revealed. That is called as a exploit. Privilege escalations, loss of integrity, or DOS. DOS is nothing but denial of service attacks on a computer system. That is called as an exploit. Piece of software, tool, technique, or a process that take advantage of a vulnerability. These are all the vulnerabilities. It is taking an advantage of that vulnerability, and it tries to reveal the informations, and it tries to give that information to the attacker, and you're opening up the door for the attacker to learn about your network. That is called as an exploit. Vulnerabilities, exploits, and exploit kits. How the exploit can happen? How the exploit kits? What all the exploit kits are there? What all the vulnerabilities can be caused by this? Like exploits and exploit kits and other things. How do you protect this and all this things here? SQL injection vulnerabilities, HTML injection vulnerabilities, command injection vulnerabilities. These are all the examples of code injection vulnerabilities include this following: SQL injection, HTML script injection, dynamic code evaluation, object injection, remote file inclusion, uncontrolled format string, shell injection. We will be able to see every practicals on this by using the Kali Linux on this. So we will see the SQL injection. What is the explanations about the SQL injection? SQL means structured query language. Everyone knows that is a database violation which is happening. So SQL injection vulnerabilities can be catastrophic because they can allow an attacker to view, insert, delete, or modify the records in a database. And SQL injection attacks can be divided into following categories: in-band, out-of-band, blind. In-band SQL injection, out-of-band SQL injection, blind injections. What in-band will do? Attacker can update the data using the same channel that is used to inject the SQL code. You will never come to know that how this came inside. Out of band in the sense the attacker retrieves the data using the different channel. Okay, then next, blind. The attacker does not make the application display or transfer any data. Rather, the attacker is able to reconstruct the information by sending specific statements and designing the behavior of the application and database. Blind injection does not make the application display or transfer any data. He will try to block it out. The people cannot do anything on this. So then he will be doing it in the background that what all the operations, whatever he required, he will do that. This is a blind, this is out of band, this is in band. So this is an SQL injection examples. We can try this all. It's not an issue, bigger issue, but we require to construct one database like any Oracle or SQL database or like MySQL. You can do that. With that, we can try to attack it through the Kali Linux. It's possible. The next one, HTML injection. HTML injection is a vulnerability that occurs when an authorized user is able to control an input point and able to inject arbitrary HTML code into a web application. Successful exploitations can lead to disclosure of the user's session cookies. This is a session hijacking, which normally we say that an attacker might do this to impersonate a victim or to modify the web page or application content seen by the victims. HTML injection vulnerabilities can lead to cross-site scripting. So actually speaking, this CyberOps associate is taking much in deeper, like depth. It goes in depth and it tries to do this, but we are in a position to, to do the labs, and we just need to understand all these things rather than just looking for a theoretical things on this. Command injection. Command injection is an attack when attacker tries to execute commands that she is not supposed to be able to execute a system or a vulnerable application. Command injection attacks are possible when an application does not validate data supplied by the user. For example, data entered in the web forms, cookies, HTTP headers, and other elements. The vulnerable system passes the data to the system into a system shell. So this can happen through the command injection, can happen through the terminal or command prompt or something. HTML injection can happen through the browser or something like that. So cloud computing attacks, what are the cloud computing attacks can happen? Because of cloud-based services are accessible via the internet, they are open to any number of attacks. As more companies move to the cloud computing, look for hackers to follow. Definitely. In our company itself, we've been started doing all the migrations nowadays. It's been happening. It's in a very much full swing. It's migration is the only best thing which all the engineers are nowadays they are doing it, because earlier we were doing it from the VMware physical machine to the VMware migrations. Then the VMware to the, now it was happening through the kind of data centers we are migrating. Now all the private data centers we are now moving to the cloud. That's what it's like, a cycle of things are happening. So most of the applications which are getting like migrate to the cloud, in the sense cloud computing attacks also happening. A similar kind of an attack. So what are the attacks that are happening on the cloud computing? Denial of service, device, session hijacking, DNS attacks, cross-site scripting, shared technology and multi-tenancy concerns. This is very much important for only cloud. Multi-tenancy, hypervisor attacks. This we even see it in the VMware itself. Virtual machine attacks, cross-site forgery. This is quite common. SQL injection, session riding, DDoS attacks, man in the middle, side channel attacks, authentication attacks, insufficient identity, credentials, access management, and like API attacks. Ooh, APIs are nowadays very much common for any application to run on this, because people are developing a lot of APIs to control their applications. Something like that. It's like an application programmer interface. There also they have started doing that as now. Known exploits leveraging vulnerabilities against infrastructure components. So these are all the common attacks which we seen on cloud computing. If a person knows about is grown up like a security guy, security operations guy, or something like that, he will be able to identify that what kind of an attack is also happening on the cloud computing also. But these are all very new API attacks, you know, and shared technology, multi-tenancy attacks, DNS attacks. This is a newer one. DNS attacks are very new. So these are all we just need to learn. Then only we can able to be protect our network properly. So cloud security responsibility models, they are just discussing something about this. So this is the SaaS shared security responsibility. SaaS means, what is SaaS? Software as a service. In this one, cloud service providers responsibilities until the applications. Sorry, you can just see from the physical domain, storage, system, hypervisor, virtual network, operating system, middleware, runtime and applications. What is the customer responsibility? People and data only. It is there. This is a SaaS model. And here, when it comes to the PaaS means platform as a service. In the platform as a service, client, what is it? Cloud providers responsibility is only until this much. Until the runtime only you will do. Application data and people, customer need to respond. It's a customer's responsibility. And here, when it comes to the IaaS, IaaS in the sense, infrastructure as a service. In the infrastructure as a service, what is the cloud person's responsibility? It stops with the hypervisor, means only the hardware he will maintain. Rest all the things we just need to maintain. So this is what the cloud security responsibility models. That's why the people are looking for SaaS only. Now I can just say O365 is one of the SaaS applications. Salesforce, Salesforce, maybe knowing. Salesforce is one of the like SaaS application. There are many other third-party SaaS applications also available, quite commonly known. I just telling you. So SaaS is more protected, because why we are saying that protected, because cloud service providers responsibility is more in SaaS than in PaaS and IaaS. IaaS is very much lower, because we need to protect our own systems, our own operating systems, applications, everything we just need to do. But here in this SaaS, the cloud provider is having the entire, uh, so many things which is going to protect it for us. So there is as well as the cost is also there that we need to work it out, because SaaS means we entirely depend on the cloud people to provide the support for us. So actually speaking about the responsibility comes into that, in the sense in the SaaS, there is a more cloud security responsibility has been lying with the SaaS provider, not with us. Like that. Next is challenges in the security operations center. This is one of the chapter which has been discussed in the CyberOps associate exam. This is very nice, and we were looking for like kind of a chapter has been should be discussed in that. Earlier kind of a certifications on CEH or any other certifications which you do the cybersecurity, those people are not actually properly covering this and all. Now it has been covered properly on this cybersecurity associate. And here is the security monitoring challenges in the SOC. There are several security monitoring operational challenges, including encryption, NAT, time synchronization, you know, TOR. TOR is what? What is a TOR? The onion ring, onion network, something like that it goes. Okay, peer-to-peer communications. Security monitoring and encryption. That is, encryption has got a great benefits for security and privacy. But the world of incident response and forensics can present several changes. Security monitoring and network address translation. Static NAT allows the connections to be initiated bidirectionally, meaning both to the host and from the host, towards the host and from the host also. Like, both the way it is possible. When you are making a static NAT, the host can talk to the outside. Outside also can talk to the host. That's possible. So we just need to clear this problematic things. Net flow and other data, because device IP addresses can seen in the logs as a translated IP address versus the real IP addresses. Port address translations that could become even more problematic because many different hosts can translate it using a single address. This model has been still been formed, like followed by many companies, because they try to save the internet cost as IP address cost or something like that. But that is posing a lot of threat for them, because people are using only one address. The attackers can enjoy with this just one address itself. Security monitoring and even correlation with the time synchronization. Server and endpoint logs, NetFlow, syslog data, and other security monitoring data useless if they show the wrong date and time. Okay, we just need to properly tune up the time synchronization. In a company, if it is taking like that, if it is a multi region, kind of multi-continent region like that, if the company is operating in the sense, we just need to maintain one security, one time sync like that. That is nothing but a system. That NTP, that NTP need to be maintained properly so that the timing will be properly managed for all the systems which are operating on the network. And DNS tunneling, another exfiltration methods. See, this is one of the newest thing. Threat actors have been using many different non-traditional techniques to steal the data from corporate networks without being detected. DNS is not intended for a command channel or even tunneling. However, attackers have developed a software that enables tunneling over DNS also. DNS is for a name resolution only. When I just do the DNS lookup command, when I'm typing that facebook.com, then it will be giving me the IP address. That is only for a resolution of the name to the IP addresses. Or reverse DNS, which I do that. With the IP address to the name, something like that, it will just do. But what the attackers are doing it, they are using this DNS for to attack your system. They are creating a tunnel over this DNS and they will try to steal your information. See there how they are connecting it. Iodine, that is one of the software which has been used for that to attack through the DNS tunneling which can create. Iodine minus FP, some password, something like hacker.org. Open DNS 0, IP4 UDP socket, sending queries for the hacker org, something it's going. Auto detecting DNS query to use, using DNS null queries, version OK, setting up IP for a DNS, MTU, tunnel IP, everything done. Now sending the raw traffic directly to this. Connection setup complete, transmitting the data. See that? Everything they can do. Testing raw data user to the servers, skip by or something like that. So when you use this kind of an iodine software, which you can do it through, like you can even attack it through the DNS channel itself. Because without a DNS, no operating system can work. When you try to and you try to connect to the internet, in the sense you require a DNS. When the DNS has been working only, then your sites will get like the translate from the IP addresses to the name to address, something like that. So that channel should be always opening. What the attackers are doing through the DNS only, they try to make a tunnel and they try to inject something to your operating systems. So you need to protect this also. And security monitoring and Tor. Tor is like an onion router. Maybe people will knowing that Tor browser is there is a browser called Tor. When you have the Tor browser, you can even visit any network site, any sites which you would like to gain an access to that, you can get into that. And that is also a loophole for your system can be easily attacked through the Tor. It is possible because you are just opening your entire operating system's door through the Tor. That Tor has got a different DNS, and they got some kind of different kind of search engines they will be using it, and they will not be revealing any information how the path has been determined and how you are reaching the different systems itself. It is not possible, and moreover, and the ISPs which they try to track your informations in the sense they will be getting only the upward stream. They will not know what is the downward stream. That is a bigger problem. Many people use such as Tor for privacy. Tor is a free tool that enables users to surf the web anonymously. Anonymously means ISP guys will not understand who is actually using the you know, Tor. Tor working by the routing IP traffic through a free worldwide network consisting of thousands of Tor relays. Then it constantly changes the way it routes the traffic to obscure a user's location from anyone monitoring the network. When you are connected to the Tor, when you are accessing the Tor, when you are accessing a site through the Tor, in the sense nobody can trace you, who is accessing, what the people are accessing, which site they are accessing, what kind of a software they are downloading. It's not possible. But at the same time, the Tor people can access your PC. They can understand that. Okay, you will leave it. So onion routing is accomplished by encrypting the application layer of a communication protocol stack that is nested just like the layers of an onion. The Tor client encrypts the data multiple times and sends it to the network or a circuit that includes randomly selected Tor relays. Each of the relays descript a layer of onion to reveal only the next relay so that the remaining encrypted data can be routed onto it. It is very hard for the ISP people to understand what actually the traffic is going through their channel because Tor has got a different DNS. They have their own DNS and they have their own routing. So it is just like a path passage which has been made by your ISP to route all the unwanted and illegal packets through their network. That is happening through the Tor. So whether the Tor can be blocked, that we need to check it out in our production network. Okay. Security monitoring and peer-to-peer communication. Peer-to-peer communication involves a distributed architecture that divides tasks between the participant computing peers. This is one of the challenge which we are talking. We are talking about the challenges for the security operating center people. In P2P network, in P2P network, peers are equally privileged, which is why it is called as a peer-to-peer. From security perspective, P2P systems introduce unique challenges. Malware has used P2P network to communicate, also spread to the victims because they are in a peer-to-peer network. It's very easy for because everybody is working in the same level. So whatever they are sending, other person will be definitely receiving it. So many free stolen music and movie files usually come as a surprise. This is more important. Stolen music and the movie files. Everyone looks for like MP3 sites, like movie sites. They will look for like kind of a where they can download the latest Hollywood movies, Bollywood movies like that, and they will be like distributing in them between using the P2P network. That is what been said. So additionally, like any other form of software, P2P applications are not immune to security. They are not immune to security vulnerabilities. Therefore, introducing the risk of the P2P software because it is more susceptible to remote exploit due to the nature of P2P infrastructure. So what we need to do when people are trying to make it up their own P2P network in the sense, we just need to get a proper permission from that. So we will be working out that. This is also another challenge for the cybersecurity guys to understand what is going on in the network. Additional evasion and the obfuscation techniques. It's very hard to pronounce. Okay, attacks can use SSH to hide the traffic. Beautiful. They will use the SSH. They will not come in directly. When it is in SSH, in the sense it's already a secure channel. Everything is encrypted. You will never know what is the packet is actually transferred through the SSH. That's why we are using SSH. Otherwise, you can go with the telnet. No? Such as creating a reverse SSH tunnel from a breached system back to the external SSH server, hiding the sensitive data as the traffic leaves the network. When they are attacked your system, they got a hands on in your system. Means they completely, taken your system in their hand, in the sense they will do the reverse telnet, sorry, reverse SSH tunnel. They will create it. When say creating it, what is in the sense, your system will be the target. From that target, they will try to, it will become a source. Like from that source, they try to pull out all the data, whatever they require it. That is called the SSH to hide the traffic. Next one, resource exhaustion. Exhausted, like that we say, no? That's what. It's a type of denial of service attack. It's nothing but again a DOS only. However, it can also be used to evade detection by security defenses. Complete simple definition of resource exhaustion is consuming the resources necessary to perform an action. That's what. When you attack a FTP server with a denial of DDoS attack, the FTP cannot be running, because the DDoS attacks, when it is happening, the server will be very busy in handling the DDoS attack packets only. That's the problem. Then the traffic fragmentation. Fragmenting the traffic is a method of avoiding the detection by the breaking of single internet protocol datagram into multiple smaller site packet. The goal is to abuse the fragmentation protocol within IP, creating a situation where attackers' intended traffic is ignored or let through as trusted traffic. Normally, TCP will be doing the fragmentation. The fragmentation is also being used one of the attacking method for the attacker to build the things within your company or organization to capture the data and sending it. Next one, protocol level misinterpretation. Protocol can be manipulated to confuse the security devices from properly evaluating traffic, since many devices and applications expect network communication to follow the industry defined rule when a protocol is used. What are the protocols which we know? In the routing side, I can just say that many things like AHRP, OSP, BGP, like many other protocols are also there. So this is protocol level, manipulated, confuse the security devices and properly evaluating the traffic, since many devices and applications expect network communication to follow the industry defined rules when a protocol is being used. Protocol exploitation is also nowadays it's happening. So what do you say? Nothing is protected unless and until you are equipped with that proper technology to beat it. That's what. Next, pivoting. Although cyber attacks can vary in nature, one common step in the attack process, according to the cyber kill chain model, first introduced by the Lockheed Martin, it's a older one, is an idea of establishing the foothold in the target network and attempting the pivot to more trusted area of the network. Means they will gain an access. From there, they will be start spreading their information. One attacker, one victim is been there. From that victim, it will be start spreading. That is called as a pivoting. See, guest wireless network example is of pivoting. This is an attacker. So once this particular PC has been attacked, then he will go through the wireless and he'll attack the other. Then he'll go to the trusted network and he'll attack like this. That is like what do you say? This is reconnaissance and weaponization, delivery, exploitation, installation, command and control, then actors. Actors are nothing but like that. They are going to perform some kind of an actions in your network, means stealing the data, erasing the data, not allowing the people to log into the systems legitimately. They will just, like rejecting, like saying password wrong, something like that. Chumma, they just create like all the unnecessary programs on this so that they can capture entire information from your system and they can take it and they can sell it to other people. Like, so that is called as a pivoting. Pivoting in the sense like, according to the cyber kill chain model, it's like foothold. It is gaining a foothold to the target network and attempting to pivot to more trusted area on the network. Like, so I guess we come to the last, like slide of this particular demo. Just introduction to the CyberOps associate or something. White hat, black hat, gray hat. There are three hats are there. That is one. Red hat is also there. Leave it. Red hat is an operating system. You can just leave that. So white hat, black hat, and gray hat. These peoples are type of hackers. They are given like a type of hackers. What they do? The type of hackers are, one is a white hat, black hat, gray hat. These white hat peoples, These white hat peoples will be doing what they do. The individuals will ethical hacking. Individuals will perform the ethical hacking to help secure the companies and organizations. They do ethical hacking. That is called, they are called as a white hat. Their belief is that you must examine your network in the same manner as a criminal hacker to better understand your vulnerabilities. Means ethical hacker is also a hacker, but he will do it ethically. He will not attack your network, but the same way the attacker is trying to attack your network, he will protect it. So it is like threat hunting, and he will protect your network by how the attacker may be doing it. In the eyes of attacker, he will be protecting your network. Those guys are called as white hat. Very good. Next one is a black hat. These individuals perform illegal activities. These are all the number one people. Do number eight. They will do everything, such as organized crime. Okay, they will gather all the information. They'll do some reconnaissance. They will do some password attacks. They will do some dictionary attacks. They will try to heal, like SQL injection. They'll do cross-site scripting. They'll do HTML injection. They'll do command injection. They'll do everything. They will do, because what is their intention of them? Their intention is that to reveal, get the informations, and they try to threat you with their informations on this. If you don't pay money, then I will be destroying your valuable software, valuable databases, valuable things and all. Like, they are the perfect criminals. They are the black hat. What is the gray hat? Gray hats quite actually dangerous people. Definitely they are dangerous. These individuals usually follow the law, but sometimes venture over the darker side of the black hat hacking. This is called as like a friend become the foe. Like that, friend has become like enemy. That's what the people will say, that the enemy can be believed in every time. I can believe my enemy because he will always be an enemy. But I don't believe my friends, because when they will become enemy, I don't know. That is what those are all the peoples are called as a gray hat peoples, right? These individuals usually follow the law. Okay, they will go through the law and everything properly, but sometimes venture over the darker side. Suddenly, they will start behaving like a black hat guy, and it would be unethical to employ these individuals to perform security duties for your organization, because you are never quite clear where they stand, in which in which line they are standing, whether they are standing on white hat, or they are standing on black hat, or they are in middle in between. This is very much problematic, because if a company is not good giving any good kind of benefits, or kind of a promotions, or money, or kind of a prices, or kind of the emails which pricing or something like that, the people will go mad, because like whenever they started working like so very much loyally, when they started working on that, if they are not being properly recognized as they are very much ready to become the gray hat, because they have all legitimate information. Legally they can hack, correct? No, they have all the information in their own hand. They don't need to go and hack something to get the password details or something like that to hack your network. They have every other network, every other information in their own hand, so they can attack anytime they want. Like, it is like a cup of tea for them. So people should be happy. You should keep your employees happy in a good condition, like, so then they will not become, they will not become a gray hatters. Gray hatters. Okay. So these are all the three hat informations. One is a white hat, black hat, and gray hat. So let us be whatever the things which you are going to have, like white hat only. The people are, we all train people to become a white hatters. If they turn as a black hatters, or if they turn as a gray hatters, it is depend on their own mind and intentions. That cannot be, that will be like variable from the person to person, like individual to individual. That mindset will change, because my mind is not the same in any time. It's like a monkey. It's like it's jumping from anywhere to anywhere. So when you are working in a company, you are being employed in a company, in the sense you should be employed as like an white hat only. you know why not only? Because you just need to think in the attacker's mindset, and to protect the company's network. And black hat has never been employed in a company, you know but the white hatters can become gray hatters whenever they are not given a proper opportunities, or they are not given proper prize or recognitions or something. So don't try to be change yourself like a gray hatter. Okay, so become a yeah. Okay, Kiran raised the hand. Okay, yeah, Kiran, ask me.
So, the best example for black hat hacking is like anonymous, right, sir?
Black hat anonymous means, yeah, definitely. They are the people who are like searching for the loopholes, searching for the weaker systems from anywhere part of the world. Their job is to just to hack and get the information and sell it to someone else. Like the rowdies and other people are there.
On
Like
the dark web.
they are dark web, yes. Like that you can just say dark net, dark web people, and they will be sitting only for this. There is a only primary job for them. Like like the people who are having crooked mind and they try to make the money in shortcut. Like they will be doing that. They are not employed anywhere. Better what they do, they will be an entrepreneurs like that. They'll be like a freelancer. They will be doing it. And sometimes like if it is very hard to find out where the attack is happening, in the sense sometimes some of the companies may hire some of the black hat people, like that is also happening. But black hat people, like they will be having some kind of a departments over there. Like they will be having some black hat people also, but attack the other companies network or something. So that is, there are many departments over there. Every other kind of intelligence operations which will be doing it, they will be having a both kind of people are there involved. But actually, like what I'm saying, that when you try to learn the security operations, cyber security, or a security analyst or something like that, better to be a white hat so that you can have the proper jobs. And because you will be good for yourself, first of all. For your mind, you should be the clear person for that. Whatever you are doing, it'll not hit you back again when you are doing something wrong on this. So this is like, this is my just an advice from my side. As you like, you can become anyone, because once you started knowing about all the things, how to attack and how to protect and everything, you can start demand with the people. That is actually bad, but people start demanding it because they know how to attack it. They attack a bank, and they will attack some kind of securities. They will attack the mint, and they will attack some kind of security, like what is it, share market and other things. Like that is a quick money, like that. It's like a lottery, or like the people who are playing the online games, rummy and other things. You know, those kind of people will be looking for a black hat case. But gray hats, actually, gray hats are nothing but a white hats only. White hats become the gray hats. I can always say that. White hats become never become a black hat. White hats will become the gray hats. It depends on again the mental, like responsibility of the person, and the how the way he's been trained, or how the way he's been raised in a company. Like that, it makes a lot of sense on this. So it's depend on you that how you become. But I will be teaching the people to become a white hatters. Okay. So we come to the last slide of this, you know, the demo. As usual, my name and the cell, WhatsApp number, email address, and my YouTube channel, everything has been there. You can just spread it across to your friends and relatives, you know, and they can come back and ask me like whatever the software they have. Like, see, this is one of the new certification that's come up on this. Now we have the CompTIA security is also been there. Security analyst something in the security operation something is there in the CompTIA certificate. They are quite valid also, and certified ethical hacker is also there. CH10 has come now. That is also another certification. Along with that, Cisco has come up with a new certification called the CyberOps Associate. We can go along with it also, right? Because if you are a Cisco based guy, Cisco certifications you have done a lot, then you would like to look for some kind of a certification for Cisco also with the CyberOps side. You can definitely go for this. And would like to show you on the, one second, I'll show you. This is one of the damn vulnerable web app. I can just say that. Let me make it slightly bigger so you'll understand. So here, this is the one of the vulnerable app which is being based on PHP MySQL web application that is damn vulnerable, which we will be using for to attack it, and we like to see it. It means goal is like to be aid for security professional to test their skills and tools in a legal environment. That's what I think. This is for a white hat, helping the web developers better understand the process of securing web applications, and teachers and students to teach and learn web application security in a classroom environment. This has been developed for to learning and other applications only. And warning, this do not upload into your hosting provider's public HTML folder or something like that. If there is a kind of warnings has been given. Disclaimer, always it is. It should not be put in a production network or something. So this is only for a learning purposes and other things. What all we can do with this here at home, and this is an introductions are happening. This is a very easy, damn vulnerable web app. Like there is a OA file is available. There is a DA, what is that? DWDVWA .org, something like that. There we will be having a OVA file. That OVA file we can install it in the VMware. Through that VMware, we can then we can address it to this, and then we can open it this, and we can start use it for our own learning purposes. So what all things we can do here? We can do the brute force attack, command executions, CSRF. This is a cross-site forgery, file inclusions, SQL injections, blind SQL injections, uploading the files to the unnecessary files to the things, excess reflected, cross-site scripting, DVW security and PHP info and about and logout and many things are there, which all we can do with this operations. So brute force attack is like this. Welcome to the password protected area admin. Like that, more information if you would like to have, you can just go to that OWSP. So that will get into that another one, another side or something like that. You can go for this. But this is a very good, like this is a very latest page, I guess, OWASP 80004. And let me make it bigger so you'll understand this description of the issue, black box texting, an example. Like a penetration testers will be using this all this HTTP authentication, basic digestive, film form based authentication. We can try this all, and like what else you can see, command execution we can try. Enter an IP address below, then it will be start commanding all these things and all like. So if you like to get any other informations about this code injections, like we can check here. PHP end gamers, remote code execution. Remote code execution scenario: how a hacker, black or white hat, can provoke PHP code using a vulnerability and then grant access. It can go through this all titles you can learn on this. Some 30 days evaluation copy is there. You can go ahead with them for learning purpose, I'm telling. And the CSRF, this is like cross-site forgery. You can try with this. File inclusions, SQL injection. This is to attack your SQL databases and all. Blindly you can inject it, uploading the files to that. XSS, cross-site scripting reflected, and the normal stored like that. DVW security. We can make this security app to a level like high, low, medium, like that we can keep it. When you keep it low, this OVA itself, like means a DVW itself can be attacked. Like that we can do that. And the PHP info, this is a which has been built on Linux DW. This is an Ubuntu machine. Basically, it has been made on Ubuntu. So we can try many things on this, but this is should be used only for what is that? We were just seeing that now. This is only for learning purposes. You can check for only for learning. So let me underline this. So better understand the process of securing web application and aid teachers and students teach and learn web application security classroom environment. So please try, don't use it in the production environment or something. And I can show you my this also. It's my Kali Linux. I can log into that. 2019 something is there. 2020 also came. You can go to that Kali Linux page and you can download the latest kalilinux.org. You can go for it. Then you can still attend that latest version is also available. Kali org. Let me see. It goes to that. Kali.org. That's that. Latest Kali Linux and news and terminal, something like that. We can see hello world. 2024 is it, right? 2020.4 has been released, which is released on November 14th. November 14th. This is just November 18th. It is just a month. It has been released. So what are the different with the release on this one? ZSH default shell. And Bosch shell makeover, partnership tool author, message at login, AWS image refresh. See, now they included the cloud securities also, like something cloud attacking also. Package gates, new tools and upgrades, NetHunter, Winax, Vagrant and VMware. News now we now support VMware users for use of Vagrant now. ZSH, something like it's coming. It will be giving like this. The shell, see, it's a beautiful graphical representation like that. So we can have that new thing. It's very much free. You can go ahead and download it, all these things. It will look like the screenshot they given it here. Partnership tools like CME, messages at login, login message we can like a banner we can display to that people. Easy to cloud image refresh. I can do docs and packages. So what are the new tools and upgrade? Apple Blee, SetGraph, DNS Cat, Final Recon, GoDOH. Many other wallpapers, all give me all wallpapers. Okay. And I can install it. New wallpapers you can download from that. Net Hunter. Wow. So beautiful graphics. It's going on. Okay, what actually you just need to learn new things through the Kali. Kali should be used for any attacking and other things. It's possible, but we just need to use Kali for learning purpose only. Don't try to attack your office environment or something. You get you know that what is the implications it will make out, right? And how to upgrade it? Like just sudo apt update and full upgrade. We can go for that. Maybe like 2 GB, 4 GB, some file will be there, and we can go ahead and we can download it from here. Downloads. You can click. It goes to the downloads, and here we can download it. 64-bit installer. Torrent also will get it. Through the torrent you can download it. Many other. So for a VMware, for VirtualBox, you can go for offensive security. This is an offensive security. It comes in. So OVA file you will be getting it. It's an OVA file. You can get that. VMware. This is a VirtualBox images. OVA file. It's very easy. OVA means it is already inbuilt and everything is ready for you. You don't need to install anything. You just need to run this OVA under the VMware. It will get installed. What is the size? 3.6 GB size. It's the latest one. You can download this. So here I'm still using that 2019 .2. So there are so many applications over here: information gathering, vulnerability analysis, web application analysis, database assessment. Here everything SQL injection and everything will come up. Password attacks, John the Ripper, wireless attacks. So many wireless attacks. You can find out the password who the neighbor is using. reverse engineering, exploitation tools. Once you attacked the system, he became a victim in the sense you can start exploiting his system by using these tools. Scripting and sniffing and spoofing, post exploitation, forensics, reporting tools. Reporting tools are very important. Social engineering tools. Yeah, this is much important. System services. Other usual applications will come on over here. Like this. Okay, office programming and other things. So I have finished my kind of lecture here. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. You'd like to ask any kind of questions or something, you can ask me. And I will be starting this batches very soon. And I will set it up. What is the fee is going to be for this infrastructure for this one? Like, and I need to set up some other labs for this particular new exam because it's very new. I just need to create that. Okay, we can do all the one whichever we have done it on the CEH on this labs, cross-site scripting, shell injections, command coding, HTML injections by using the brute force attacks and everything we can do that. Along with it, a lot of theory also need to be understood. So I will be conducting all this over period of time. I can just say near about 20-25 days it may take for this course or something. So you can inform this here to your friends and relatives and colleagues and other people. They can contact me anytime on this number which is in your screen, and they can send me an email on this. So I will be giving all this information to you people. So if you have any questions, please ask me. Else I will be closing this. I guess we already had some lot of discussions on this one. So if no questions are there, then I will be ending this meeting. Hello, you can ask me.
No questions as of now.
Okay, Harshit, any questions are there? No questions. So I do one thing that I will go ahead and end this meeting. Thanks for joining today, and you can contact me anytime. Okay, right? Thank you very much for joining. I'm just closing this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.